Hello everyone, welcome to J Crochet. I'm Reggie, and before I begin, let me just remind you all that anything I mention in today's video will be linked in the description box below, so it's easy for you to find. It's been a while since I did a What's on the Hook episode. Life got kind of crazy, and on top of those 4 months at home that we had, as if that was not enough, summer vacation started now, because the children were not home long enough. So now we have another 3 weeks at home before things go sort of back to normal. Children are still recommended to not go in public places here, although people do, let them out of the house. You can't keep them inside every time. But you're recommended not to bring your children to the supermarket, and they prefer it if you don't go into stores with them. And in general, people are still very wary around here where we live. We still wear masks when we are in public. There's still social distancing sort of happening, especially, in public places. We are required to keep away from each other. In the bus, there's only one person per seat. There's all kind of regulations that you have to follow, get used to. So generally, it is easier to just stay with the children at home, or go with them to places where they are allowed to be. We spent the day yesterday at the Children's Science Museum in Kerkrade. That's not very far from where we live. And the children had a lot of fun. I'll try to pop in a few pictures here so you can sort of see. It was very nice. But it is getting harder and harder to find places where you can go with them and actually do things and enjoy them and not have them feel like they are, under siege. Have so many restrictions, and you're not allowed to do that, not allowed to do that, not allowed to go there, not allowed to go there. And it's getting harder and harder, and I will be very, very happy when the summer vacation is over and things will sort of be back to normal. My younger son is also expected to start kindergarten in the end of July, and then we shall see if we will get our breathing space that we needed, or maybe in a few weeks it will all go back to the way it was 2 months ago, and that would be very sad, but everything's possible, So that's all I have to say about that, and I prefer to now focus on the more creative side of this. So I will start with a short update about my Etsy shop. I am suffering hardly from the whole mail situation. So many of my packages are being delayed in borders in different places around the world. Canada has gotten a lot better, although at the moment packages from Germany to Canada are only being shipped through sea. So there is no airmail going, and that makes the delivery time to Canada kind of long. And then packages tend to also be delayed at customs. So, but it is still better than what's going on with the US. The US is pretty much closed the main warehouse, the postal warehouse in New York, and I have no less than 13 packages being held there. People who ordered from me in March, I have recalled your packages and sent new ones out with premium shipping. Everything that is sent with premium shipping tends to get through, and everything that is sent with the regular insured mail is from some reason being held. I'm not sure what's going on there. No one at DHL could give me an answer. No one at the Deutsche Post could give me an answer, and I've just been going crazy with phones all over the place. So I've decided it will be easier to just recall the packages back and send them out again with premium shipping. I am not going to charge anyone more for the shipping. I'm taking the difference in shipping costs on me. I just want people to get their packages and be happy with what they received. I think that's more important than the money involved. And I just I can imagine waiting on your package for so long. I mean, and I don't have to imagine. I have been waiting on packages that long as well, because things are being delayed on our side also. I have several packages from the US being delayed at the customs. I have several who's been delayed and eventually delivered, but it took them a very long time to get here. So from some reason, the postal traffic between Europe and US is just a nightmare right now. Within Europe, things are moving smoothly. I also shipped to Australia and New Zealand, and things seem to be going through. But at the moment, US is problematic and Canada is going, but just going very slow. So if you have ordered from my Etsy store and you're waiting on your things, then again, I apologize. It's really out of my control. There is nothing I can do more than I'm already doing. And I've just come to this conclusion that the best thing would be to just recall the packages and resend them premium shipping. And as I've said, I'm taking the difference on me because I just want people to get their things. Other than that, I have updated the Etsy store with 2 digital download patterns. Those are patterns that I have written and was working on in this time of quarantine. I found that I had no time at all to film tutorials, so I thought it would be maybe a nice new idea for me to try and write patterns. So I have 2 shawl patterns that are available on my Etsy store, and I would really love it if you'll go and check them out. And I want to thank my wonderful testers who helped me with that. Every pattern that I was writing down, I needed testers to test it out, and the ladies who helped me were amazing with that and gave wonderful insight into things that I wouldn't think about myself. So thank you very much. And one more thing that was updated on the Etsy store is the advent calendar that I have worked out in cooperation with Barb from Whisper Crochet. If you have not heard of her yet, then maybe, I don't know, you've been living under a rock or something, because so many other content creators on YouTube have been showing her stuff. I personally showed yarn that I got from her a few times on my channel, and she's just amazing. And I will put a link to her Facebook shop on the description box below, as well as a link to her Instagram, so you can check her out. She does amazing things. And we sort of gotten together into this cooperation where she's going to design and hand dye the yarn that's going to be in the advent calendar, and I'm going to design a pattern to go with that yarn. And what you will receive is a kit of 25 mini skeins of 20 grams each, premium hand-dyed yarn, and those will be packed in the little bags of the advent calendar. And to go along with that, you will also get a pattern that fits those 25 mini skeins, and you can make it using them. And together with that will be 5 little yarny extras who are in somehow related to crochet, and that is the kit. So you will have your little advent calendars with all the numbers of all the days, and you can open one each day for the 24 days, and then the 25th one will be a special one for Christmas Day that you can open, and that would be a special custom designed colorway only exclusively for that advent calendar. And both Barb from Whisper Crochet and I are very excited about this, and there are only 10 units of that advent calendar available. So if you're interested in that, then you should go and check it out on the Etsy store. We are going to close the sign up for the advent calendar sometime in the middle of August, and going to start working on it. And then we hope to ship it out by the beginning of October, because we are not counting on the worldwide shipping at the moment, and we want everyone to get it in time for the 1st of December. So if you are interested in that, if you want to check it out, you're more than welcome. And as I've said, it will only be available until the middle of August. Now I have a small debt that I owe you guys. A few weeks ago I released a video where I showed the yarns that I got from the Tudor Rose yarn clubs. One of them was the Jane Austen yarn club and the other one was the Everything Disney, and that month was the Beauty and the Beast yarn. And in the video that I made, my lighting was all off. I don't know how that happened. I always film in the same conditions, but somehow on that specific day, the lighting was all off and the colors were all washed out. And I was describing things, but people who watched the video couldn't really see them. I still stand by my review of the yarn, so if you're interested in seeing that, I will link it. But I will show them now again so you can see the actual colors of the yarn. So this one is the Jane Austen one. It was called Oh Mr. Darcy, and it has all those beautiful greens and browns in it together with the mini hank of brown. And I will also insert a picture of it here so you can see better what it looks like up close. It's a beautiful yarn, very, very nice, and I already have plans for it, but I didn't want to start on it before I show it to you properly because I felt really, really bad after the video came out and I watched it and I was like, oh my god, all the colors are washed out and you can't see a thing. Then the second colorway was the Beauty and the Beast one, and that's that one. And here I was even more frustrated because you really could not see how beautiful this yarn is. It's all blue and pink and just colors who look so well together, although you would not maybe normally combine them together. This light blue with this sort of coral red and purplish fuchsia. I mean, they work really, really well together, and they are just as soft and squishy as the other ones. And again, I will insert a picture here of what it actually looks like up close. So I hope that this helps because I really felt bad about how that video came out. It was very, very bad quality of lighting on that one. Now I have some finished objects. I don't have all of them to show, so I took pictures of some of them. The first thing I finished is a gift set for my newborn niece, who is no longer newborn. She was born already a few months ago, and I really wanted to give her what I made her in personal, but due to the whole situation in the world right now, we could not travel to Israel to see her. And so I will have to mail this to her, and I hope it will still fit her. Good that that I made it in advance in a larger size. So the first thing I made her is this dress, and this is called the Abigail Fairy dress. It is a design by Christelle Riley Watts, and I will link her page in the description down below. She has beautiful, beautiful stuff, and the pattern of this dress can be modified to fit whatever size you want, which is what I really, really like about this pattern. You can make it from baby size to toddler size to child and to adult size. It has a beautiful twirl factor, and I can't wait to see that one in action. So I made this dress using the Hobby Tencel bamboo yarn. Now, if you watch my channel and you follow me, then you know that Tencel is by far one of my favorite fibers, and Tencel bamboo is just a divine combination. Now, let me tell you, this yarn, I got this from the Hobby website, and it is 40% Tencel and 60% bamboo, and there are 50 grams and 210 meters in one ball, and I used one ball of this golden color, which is actually walnut, if I'm not mistaken, and one ball of the silver, which is actually gray. But look, the shiny Tencel makes it look like it's gold and silver, and I just love it, and I cannot wait to see her wear it because it looks like, you know, you made it out of gold and silver, and it's a beautiful design. The yarn is so soft. If you're looking for yarn that's good for for baby items, this tencel bamboo is a divine combination. I'm really seriously thinking of making myself one of those dresses, and I will have to look into how much of this I will need to make myself one in the same yarn, because I don't think that this is nothing like using cotton or using just bamboo. It's this combination of tencel and bamboo is just something else. And I can't describe it. I wish I could let you guys feel it, but it is so soft. It's butter soft. Natalie, you will love this yarn. To go together with the dress, I made a baby blanket, and this baby blanket goes together with a little doll, and I will put a picture here so you can see what I mean. And these two together are a tribute to the mother of my niece, my brother's wife. Her name is Dinka, and she is from the Netherlands. So I made a little Dutch girl doll, and the blanket is in the Dutch flag's colors. And I hope that she will like it, and I hope that she will use it. And I really can't wait to get a picture of little Sophia, my niece, wearing or cuddled in a blanket or holding the doll, or all three of them, who knows? We shall see. I hope that when she gets it, she will take some pictures, and I hope that she will allow me to show them to you, because this is something really excited. This is my first time being an aunt, and I'm just so sad that I didn't get to meet her yet. I'm so excited, and this has been one of the hardest things about not being able to travel right now. That I mean, I would love to go home at any time, but now more than ever. Well, to happier things. I have one finished object that I have been dying to show you guys. And this is my finished shawl from our Shawlwefudgeit make-along that I hosted with Debbie, the Canadian crocheter. This is my shawl. I have showed it to you once before when it was still a work in progress, and now it is finished. And it is made using the Hobbii Manaya yarn, and I have a review on that yarn on my channel, and I will pop a link up here. So if you want, you can go and watch that, and it will also be linked in the description box below. I really like that yarn. I'm kind of sad that it is a limited edition yarn. There is still some of it on the website, and the last time I looked, it was also on sale. So if you're interested in getting some of it, you might want to be quick about it, because it's a limited edition yarn. They're not going to renew it once it's gone, and since the price is down now, I have a feeling that it will be going fast. It has beautiful colors, and what I did is I sort of did sections of different stitches. So up here there's the V stitch, and here there are some double crochets, and double crochet, skip one double crochet, and there is a section of this sort of chain lace, and then here I did some fans, and then V stitches again, and I finished it off with a border of shells and picots. I still have to weave in my end, but look at this. This is all I have left of that yarn. So this is one ball of the Hobbii Manaya. There are 200 grams per ball, and I think something like 510 meters, and they make one shawl this big. Now, a few people asked me when I showed this while it was still a work in progress if I will be writing this pattern down, and I have started to, and I hope that I can finish writing it down and handing it to my testers to try it. And I would really like to release this pattern sometime in August. So of course, once I have the pattern written down and it's available on the shop, I will let you guys know. But you can also, you know, visit the store every once in a while and see if it's already there. Speaking of the Shawlwefudgeit Mall, this ended in the 1st of July, and I have announced the winners. I announced the winners in a community post here on YouTube. If you have not seen it, then you can go back to my channel and press on the community tab, and then you will see it. And I also announced it on my Facebook group, and if you're not yet members of the J Who Crochet Facebook group, then this is the perfect time to join. I just figured that announcing winners is a lot easier in just posting a post with the name of the winner rather than doing a whole video and let you guys watch, I don't know, 5 minutes video of me telling you who the winners are. I think it makes things less complicated that way. And up until now, I have not had a problem with people missing the post where they are announced as the winners and not contacting me. So it's going quite well up until now, and I think I'm gonna continue doing it that way. If you have preparations for me to do it a different way, let me know in the comments. If you think this way is the better way, I would love to hear that too. I feel it's kind of a waste of time both for me and you guys if I do a whole video just to say the name of the winner. So the Shawlwefudgeit Mal was finished. I enjoyed it a lot. We got very good, very positive feedback from the people who took part in it. There were a lot of people asking if we're going to do it again next year. I would definitely be up for it. I think I will discuss it again with Debbie next year and we shall see. But it was great. It was great to see that people putting out their creativity and learning that they can also design something themselves, and that was very, very nice to see how people, you know, just a lot of people said, I'm not sure I can do it, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna give it a go. And then as it went along, everyone was like, oh my God, this is coming out so nice, I'm enjoying it so much. Sometimes, you know, just trying something out makes you learn something new. So I personally enjoyed it a lot, and the feedback was so good that, you know, I would definitely do it again. Speaking of make-alongs and crochet-alongs, my July crochet-along is a cooperation with Tracy at Crochet Rosetti, and we are doing the Sislove half circle shawl. And if you don't know anything about this crochet-along yet, then I will pop a link up here to the announcement of this crochet-along, and it will also be in the description box below the video. So far, I want to show you what I made. I am up to row 3 or 4 of the second part of the shawl. So the shawl is combined of 3 parts and then the border, if I'm not mistaken. And I am up to, as I've said, row 3 of the second part. And this is what I have so far. It is a beautiful pattern. I am so happy that we chose this pattern, and this pattern comes in a chart form. So once again, we are all together learning something while doing this crochet along. There are so many people who said they are joining the crochet along, but they have never read charts before, or they're not very good at reading charts, and I think this is a beautiful pattern and a great opportunity to either learn to read charts or practice your chart reading. It's so well charted that you can really only learn from it. And on the Facebook group, we all help each other, and we also have both of the designers as members of the Facebook group. So if you have questions, all you have to do is post it there, and we all answer each other, help each other out, and it's been a lot of fun so far. I'm really having a lot of fun with this, and I find it hard to put it down. As I've said, I already made it to row 3 of the second section, and we are not yet at the end of the second week of the month. So it is very possible that I will finish it in half of the month, and then maybe possibly I will make another one. But you know, it's one of those patterns that you want to make the next row to see what it looks like, and you want to get it bigger and bigger to see how it grows. And since I'm working with a variegated or a color changing yarn, then I can't wait always to see the next color popping up. Speaking of the yarn, I am using a twister from Hobbii. It is a acrylic and cotton mix, and the color that I'm using is called Shadow Rose. And as you see, I'm working it from the center out. So it started with this dark coral red, and it's going through sort of a peach pink to whites, and the border will be in this black. So I'm every time looking forward to see the next color popping up. There are two things that I wanted to say about the crochet along that I did not mention in the original announcement video. The first thing is, if you are not on Facebook or Instagram, you can still join the crochet along and send me pictures via email. I will still consider your entry, and you will still be in the drawing for the grand prizes. So if that is why you did not join the crochet along, because you're not on one of those platforms, then, you know, don't worry about it. Just join it and send me pictures to my email, and you will be considered. And the second thing I wanted to say is, we have both of the designers on the Facebook group, as I have mentioned before, and they kind of really enjoying the hype around their pattern and how much people are enjoying making it. So they have offered to contribute to the grand prizes. And as you know, there will be 4 winners, and each of them will receive some kind of yarny prize. And in addition to the prizes that Tracy and I will give you, you will also receive 1 pattern from the designer's page, 1 pattern of your choice from their paid patterns. So this specific pattern that we're using for the crochet along is a free pattern. But if you go on their Ravelry page, you will find the whole list of their patterns, and some of them, or most of them, are paid patterns. And you will get to choose one of these if you win, that you will get for free as a gift from the designers. So I think that's a nice addition to our grand prizes. The next thing I have, I want to show it very, very quickly. It is the June knit crate. It came in a envelope-y bag again, which is why it's already here. You know, otherwise the boxes always take longer to get here. And you've probably seen people unboxing this a million times. So I just wanted to show you that the one I got is the orange one. I typically get the Energize Me colorway. I don't think I changed it, not even once, since I signed up. I just, you know, these are my colors. Those orange, reds, pinks, that's, you know, my go-to colors. So I kind of tend to stay with the Energize Me, but I am one of those people who do look at the reveal every month, and if I find one of the other colors more appealing, then I will change. I'm not committed to just staying on one colorway, but so far I've been really loving the Energize Me colorway. The reason I wanted to show you the knit crate yarn is because I've seen so many people doing the unboxing of the knit crate this month. So just to tell you a little bit, this is the Otting Wools interlock, and interlock means that the yarn itself is sort of braided. It is not chain spun yarn, it is braided yarn, and there is a difference but I won't get into it now. Maybe one time I will do a whole video about the different yarns and how they're spun and the difference in terms. But right now I just wanted to tell you that the ingredients or the components of the yarn are 34% cotton, 35% linen, 19% lyocell, 11% nylon. So I've seen a lot of people this month opening their knit crate saying 19% lyocell and not sure what it is. So lyocell is very similar, or is another term for tencel. And if you want to know what that is, I have a whole video about that. And again, I will link it up here and in the description box below. And I highly recommend you all to go and see it, because us fiber art lovers, people who crochet, people who knit, it is very important to know different kinds of fibers, especially ones like lyocell or tencel or SisloveCAL or bamboo, all the ones that are natural fibers, biodegradable fibers, friendly to the environment fibers, because those are the fibers of the future. And you know me, I am a very friendly to the environment kind of agenda person. And so when I see tencel or lyocell or bamboo or rayon or anything like that in the ingredients of the yarn, I know, oh, that is something I want to look into. And if you wondered why the yarn that you got this month from Knit Crate is so soft, or why you made something with it and then you washed it and then it got even softer, then this is the linen and the lyocell in the yarn. That's what they do. This yarn, if you don't think it's soft when you touch it for the first time, touch it again after you wash it, okay? I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So that's what I wanted to say about the Knit Crate. I'm not going to show you everything that came inside because, like I've said, there are so many other videos to watch it and you don't need me saying it again. The last thing I have to show you today is some happy mail that I got. It's always very nice to receive happy mail, to know that, you know, someone thought of you. Especially for me, since most of my subscribers, most of my viewers are from outside of Europe. Although I do have a pool of European subscribers, most of them are not European. And so when someone from overseas sent me something just because they thought of it, just because they thought I would like it, or just because they wanted to, you know, make me happy, then it makes me happy. The first thing I got was a beautiful card from Natalie, from Natalie's Closet, and I will not read you the card, but I wanted to show it to you because it's so cute. And it's not only extremely cute, it is also very, very sparkly, which is so Natalie. She's all about the bling. Inside was a very nice congratulation message, as well as a private message for me getting to 1,000 subscribers. Now I know I'm almost at 2,000 now, but this card got here a while ago. I just didn't have time to film a video, so I didn't show it to you yet. And I just felt like this is something that is worth showing. Natalie is a dear, dear friend, and if you don't know her channel yet, Natalie's Closet, then you should definitely go check her out. She's another person that really enjoys luxurious yarn, and I think we have that in common, and we're sort of like bad influence on one another. When one of us shows something in one of her videos, the other one most of the time tends to buy it as well. Another dear friend sent me something, and if you follow the right channel, then you already recognize this bag. And if you don't recognize this bag, then you need to go check out Kat's Eye Catchers. That's Catherine Knoll, and she is an extremely, extremely talented lady. She lives in Belgium, not very far away from me, and how we did not yet meet in person is beyond me. But she's another dear, dear friend, and she made this bag. Now, not only did she sew this bag up together, she also crocheted this amazing lace work here. And she crocheted the lace, and then she sewed the bag together, and then she sewed the lace on the bag, and she added this beautiful bling bling Swarovski. And she showed this bag on one of her podcasting episodes, and I was blown away. I started telling her that she has to start selling these bags, and you know, she completely took me by surprise and sent it to me. And when I got it, I wrote her, Catherine, oh my God, what did you do? This is incredible. This really was very touching. But what was even more touching was when I opened the bag, I realized there was something else inside. And as I've said, Catherine is an extremely talented lady, and she is sort of a jack of all trades, and she does all crafts. She paints, she crochets, she knits, she sews, and she does beading work, and she does amazing beading. And look at this. This was inside the bag. This necklace is incredible, and I really hope that you can see it. I'm gonna try and show it better, and I hope that my camera will focus on it. It is beautiful, and you may have already seen me wearing it in one of my past videos, and if you haven't, then go back and pay closer attention. I love it, love it, love it. And Catherine, I have already said 1,000 times thank you, but thank you again. This gift was so heartwarming. I was blown away. Thank you. The next box I got was from Sabrina, and Sabrina also has a channel here on YouTube. She is Sabrina Melodieuse, and she sent me a box because we swapped our knit crate yarn from April. I had 2 hanks of the pink and she had 2 hanks of the purple, and so we swapped. I sent her 1 pink and she sent me 1 purple, and now each of us has 1 of each, and we can work them together into projects. So she sent me the 1 hank that we said we're gonna swap, and of course together with it she sent a whole box. So there's a lovely card that she wrote me. It's very nice and springy. And of course there's the wonderful chocolates that I love from the UK. I think I've said it before on here. My husband every now and then has to go to the UK for business, and every time he comes back he brings back those chocolates, and Sabrina knows that, and so she sends them to me every time she sends me something. And she is also very considerate, and she sent me some beautiful things to be creative with the kids. Those are like creative kits and those little Easter bunnies. The package got here a little bit after Easter, but you know, again, I did not have time to film, and I didn't want to take everything out and use it and then not be able to mention. So thank you very, very much, Sabrina. This was highly appreciated, and now that we are on summer vacation, these creative kits will be very handy. The last thing I got was this box, and this box has a story behind it. I have a subscriber called Robin from Florida, and she wrote me a while ago saying that her aunt passed away, and she got a very large collection of crochet and knit patterns that used to belong to her aunt. Now, Robin is a knitter, she's not a crocheter, so she asked me if I would be interested in some of the crochet patterns that were in the collection. And I said, I'm honored. I was blown away by the sentiment of this, and I said, yes, of course, I would. It would do me a great honor if you choose to share them with me. And so she did. She sent me this box, and when she said, would you like to have some of them, I did not imagine this. This box is full of patterns, and they are old magazines. I want to show you, but it's like no way I can go through all of them, but just look at this. These are the definition of vintage patterns. You know, the patterns would look like this, and you could buy them at the store, and they will have the holes on the sides, so you can add them to your binder every time. And then inside there are some charts and, you know, the pattern themselves. Just look at this baby blanket, you know. Just from the picture you can imagine how old this is. The patterns are in here are amazing. Each of them is more unique than the other one. I will not find something like that anywhere these days. I felt like I'm opening a treasure box when I got this. I was, as I've said, blown away. Robin, there is no way to thank you. I mean, no amount of times that I will say thank you will come near to the gratitude that I feel for getting this box full of patterns that I will definitely put into use. And thank you very much. It really touched me. And you know, when I opened this box, my mother-in-law was here at the time, and she saw it, and her eyes opened up like, she said, "My mother used to have those." You know, just I cannot imagine how this must have been in the family for a while. This there are even older ones in there, so I have no words. Thank you, Robin. Thank you very much. So I just wanted to say to all of you that it is very nice to see that people care, that people hear, people listen, people watch. When I started this channel, I said to my husband that I would be happy if I would get, 20 viewers who will watch every time. And now I'm almost in 2000, and I'm not even on here for a year yet. I mean, it will be the anniversary of my channel on my birthday on July 31st. And that would be 1 year since I uploaded my very first video. And to be able to say that in 1 year I've gained the support of 2,000 people, I have no words. And your comments, your kind comments, and your emails and your messages and your support on the social medias, on Facebook and on Instagram, is just overwhelming, and it's pushing me to be better, to make more, to think of more interesting, valuable content for you all. And I really hope that I can continue in giving that to you. So thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.